morning to inspire us, so please help me welcome.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We all need inspiration. So important to jumpstart, trigger, and create whatever you want. Last night, I was at my office in Brooklyn, and I looked up the definition of inspiration, and this is what I came up with in the Webster Dictionary. The act or power of moving the intellect or emotions. I deal with a myriad of clients worldwide. What I've noticed is that kind of inspiration, it's not there, even though it is really there. I further looked up the definition, and it said to influence, move, or to be guided by divine or supernatural inspiration. I said, wow. And then I came up with my topic. Inspiration is boundless, without limits. It doesn't matter where you are, who you are. It is boundless. And sometimes it just needs to be triggered. I wrote a little quote as I was preparing for this, and this would be the prelude of what I'm going to be talking about. Inspiration means the more inspired you become, you will increase your spiritual energy. Thus, you will demonstrate the seeds that you plant in your mind. I don't know how you create situations. From invisibility to visibility, they show up in form. It's all done through mind. They're not teaching you this on channel 2579 or the other 2,000 channels. You have to seek this information out. It's readily available. It's already in you. You probably just need to find the right connections, the right settings, the right environments that are going to present you that information and knowledge. From all of my work that I do with a myriad of clients and being blessed by having a wonderful teacher, Dr. Stuart Grayson, my psychology degrees didn't mean anything. I did not evolve myself until I came to the first church of religious science taught by Dr. Stuart Grayson. He inspired me, and I was motivated. I wanted to be good, and I wanted to create. And thus that was an impregnation that I gave myself. So in order to manifest inspiration, first of all, you need to change your consciousness. You need to wake up and understand who you really are. Your true essence of who you are. You are a direct individualization of the divine spirit. Thus, sometimes we don't know that you're already entitled for whatever you want and whatever you want to do. Be careful with the mass media and the projection of a myriad of messages and information that brings about subliminal seduction, reeling you in with fear and other kind of areas that people latch onto and hold on to. Once you raise your consciousness, you manifest by impregnating yourself with these ideas and beliefs of who you really are. One of the questions you should ask, when do I start? Some of you probably have never met me, so it seems as if we needed to meet today. Buddha says, there is only one time to start, one essential time to start. The time is now. Not breaking news, not the world consciousness, evolutionizing ourselves in this idea, and then we project energy into the universe. Did you know everything operates from a level of energy? I tell this to all of my clients, energy, energy. If we acquiesce ourselves and just sit back and take it, you do not project energy into the universe. Things won't change until you change. What is it that inspires you? Go in the hallways of your mind now. What is it that inspires you? Think about it. Do you need to stick with that? Sometimes you may need to take a back step, review that, and get re-inspired. As I mentioned, Dr. Stuart Grayson, I'll tell you what inspired me probably some years ago. I was working very, very hard. I was clinical director at a couple of clinics in Manhattan. That was the evolution of my company, Visions, working hard, understanding these kind of ideas, working with it, having a coach, my spiritual advisor, which I still do have. I left one of the clinics in the Bronx, and I'm racing down to 48th Street and 5th Avenue, where Dr. Grayson was giving one of his lectures. I always sat in the back, because I was coming in late at times, and I sat down, but I'm ready to work. 6:30, whatever time it started, I've been working all day, but now I'm still motivated. I need to get more information and knowledge. I sat in the back this time. I told this story once before. It's very salient, very important. Maybe it may inspire you. When I came and sat down, after about 10 or 15 minutes, a young lady said, Dr. Grayson, can you say a treatment for my father? Grayson said, how old is he? She said, 100. I said, wow. He's been around a long time. I said, I wonder how many days is that? Never been good at math. And I do this exercise with some of my clients. I say, don't think, give me a day. What I did, I put 80,000 days on the paper. Then I said, let me figure it out. I only came up with 36,500 days. You sleep a third of that. It knocks it down to 24,000 if you live to be 100. I said, what about the times you're on the subway? What about the times you're in the post office? What about the times you're shopping? What about the times that you're sick? What about times that you're just busy, busy, busy? Let's knock off another 2,000 days. What if you work from 20 to 60? Let's knock off another 14,000 days. You live to be 100. You only got about 6,000 days. That day in that class, that inspired me. I learned that every day is a holiday, including this day. The time is now. It's no wasting time. You cannot be caught up into the myriad of waffling and breaking news and other kinds of activities. Life is short. Every day is a holiday. I tell myself, I don't have to wait for Christmas. I don't have to wait for Easter. Every day is a holiday. Life is short. We need to inspire ourselves to know this. Reverend Loretta, a wonderful teacher. I'm not always here. I have an office in Shenzhen, China. I normally go to Shanghai, Dalian, Hangzhou, Zhuhai, Macau. And I have to come back to New York and deal with my company here. And whenever I'm here, this is my home. I need to continue to work. We could be so easily seduced by the world of activities that you always need a tune-up. I tell many of my clients, you need a coach. I don't mean your handsome husband. He's just like you. Think like you. It's great. They should support you. But the consciousness is the same. You need to transform your consciousness and find the right people to give you the information and knowledge. That has been my experience, and that's the experience I try to introduce to my clients. So consciousness, growing in consciousness, and knowing that the universe is always operating as one. The one divine mind, the one God, one infinite intelligence. There is no duality. Things are created and causation based upon mind, thinking, and experience. It has nothing to do with anything else. You know why? Because all of you are gods, and you make your own choices and decisions. We have not arisen to the fact that we are God, that we are individualization of the divine spirit. Everything that he or she is, you are. But you have to believe it, know it, and acquiesce yourself to that truth. Sometimes we're not inspired to do that. We have to be inspired. Some of my clients say, well, you're doing a lot of things, or I have a family. You created that family, right? You could create another experience. Where's the limitation? The limitation is in your mind and impregnating your mind that you cannot do it. I always say the law is no differentiation. The beautiful necklace that cost $3,000, you saw it. I don't have any money now. I'll get it. My husband gave me his money. My boyfriend. I have some little money. You got it, didn't you? The $800,000, 5-bedroom, 5-bath, maid's quarter on the side of a 3-car garage. It's no differentiation. Why is it that you can't do that? Because you viewed yourself and you blueprinted your subjective state of mind that you can't do it. And then you've been reeled in by the power of your mind when you are the real power. The absolute truth of inspiration is that it is always, unequivocally, perfection within the universe, regardless of what happens. It's always perfection and divine order. So in order to really grow, we need to understand this. You need to find the right locations, the right centers, the right environment that is going to give you this information. That reminds me, 1998. I was going through my notes. See this old note, this is 1998. July 30th, 1998. These are some notes I took with my practitioner, Lynette Tucker, and these are some notes that I wrote a couple of days later. I was applying for a federal contract, which I had been denied in 92, 94, and 96. So I'm still working. I was denied those years. And I'm working with my practitioner. And these are a couple of things that my practitioner told me. I am so blessed that I've had great teachers, great advisors, great supervisors. And you know how that has probably happened? Because I put that in my mind. That beautiful dress you got, you put that in your mind. You got it. You look beautiful. There's no differentiation. You need to be attentive to understand this. A couple of things that Lynette said during one of our talks. I've already submitted the RFP. They're going to give me the message at some point end of August. And we're having a session. And these are some of the things that she said. She said, Michael, you are in partnership with Spirit. I said, yeah, you're right. Lynette said, Michael, you are worthy of the best. I said, that's right, I know. She said, my prices are fair. She's the only person I've ever told, and since I've had the contract, and I do it every 3 years, that I ever told the prices I put down. And that was that first year. She said, Michael, those prices are fair. I went over it. This is what I'm charging for individuals, this is what I'm charging for group, this is what I'm charging for your analysis, etc. She went on to say, everything I need is available. That was on Thursday, 1998. 2 days later on Sunday, I wrote this up. I'm working, seeing Dr. Grayson, I want to be good, I want to understand this at a deeper level. And August 2nd, which is a Sunday, I more than likely went to church and saw Dr. Grayson that day. I don't remember, I didn't have time to sort of look all of that up. And I said, and I wrote this out, I want from divine absolute spirit pertaining to my business, human development, what I want for my company, Visions Human Development. First thing I said, I want to obtain a contract with the Eastern District or the Southern District of Brooklyn. Another thing I put down, I realize that Spirit is forever supporting, backing, stimulating my thoughts, ideas, knowledge with every perfect action. I'm writing this down, believing this, and knowing this. This has not changed from that time until now. I went on to say, I had about 10 points, and I'm going to read a couple. I am at ease, calm, and inspired in my consciousness of my spiritual entitlement. End of August, I received a call saying that I had obtained a contract in the Eastern District of Brooklyn. 2 years from now, I'm going to apply and get that in Manhattan. Home says, we already have what we are praying about. You already have it. Thor says, we must believe that it is already a fact. Believe that it's already a fact. You may not see everything. And that's why you have to keep working. You just have to believe and know what you want to do. And I got a very valuable lesson of that. I'm still in my infancy. I have so much to learn. You have information to give me, please give it to me. And I'll scoop it up. The lesson I learned this week, I have a BMW 740i that I never drive. Parked in Brooklyn. I had been away to China. I never knew who to start. 2014. I went over to start it. It doesn't have a key. I hit the remote, nothing happened. So how am I going to get in the car? How am I going to open the trunk? The battery's in the trunk in the BMW. I called up a guy, a mechanical guy, he said, Mike, okay, we have to look for different ways, etc. He didn't know how to do it. I called up the BMW dealer last Saturday when I was at my Manhattan horse, and I said, my car, the battery is dead. I can't get in the car to open up the trunk to get the battery to charge it. What do I do? And I told this young lady, I've been looking on the internet, which I have been, how do I get into a 2014 740i Beamer with the battery down? She said, don't trust the internet. You need to bring the car in. In case you don't know the Beamers, they're going to charge me probably $250 to tow it in and another $300 per hour to charge the battery. I called Quality BMW in Brooklyn, service department, said, well, you have to bring the car in. Sometimes we just don't and can't give up. You have to have a stick-to-itiveness. I've seen that we give up so easily. Inspire yourself to know that you're going to resolve whatever that issue is. And then stick with it, meditate, and be around positive, supporting people. I went back to my office last Saturday, got back on the internet, looking how to open a 740i, BMW, battery dead, da-da. And then I ran across something, and I was looking, I said, does this have a key? And then I ran across something and said, this has, I said, you could, a key. I did this after I read that. Many times, we may not know something. You have to have the stick-to-itiveness to work with it. Inspire yourself. Do not acquiesce yourself to what other people tell you. BMW never told me that. They have people at the office that don't even know that. Is that a secret? There are no secrets. Just like you have the key to your spiritual evolution. The key is within you. It has nothing to do with anyone else. The key is within you to elevate yourself, to move forward. We need to know that all of us are individualization of the one mind. If you're part of that one mind, you're part of the infinite possibilities, the infinite wealth, the infinite insight. But it always operates at the level of your consciousness and your faith and conviction. I used to go see Dr. Grayson privately. I wanted to be good. I wanted to make money. I wanted to expand myself. And then I understood I have degrees in psychology. I'm studying metaphysics. Everything is created through mind. I could work with anyone. The mind is creating everything. I tell people, you got a drug problem? I could work with you. Mom and daddy problem? I could work with you. Your company is not making enough money? I could work with you. Whatever the problem, I could work with you. all deals with your mind, your thinking, and the ideation, and what you have entrenched in the whole way of your mind and thinking. Oh dear, I forgot who this quote is, who it's by. It says that totally clog your mind and inner spirit, that all things are possible with God. We need to know that our mind, soul, and spirit has been branded with this truth. It's there. We just need to open our eyes, see it, get on a steamroll of being inspired, working with it, staying with it, moving forward. As you move forward, I always say this. When was the last time you made some pancakes? Miss Stevens? 2 days ago, I picked the right person. When you pour the pancakes in the skillet, what do you do after that? Then what do? Flip it. You better let some people go as quickly as you flip over that pancake. You hold on, you're going to get burned. Sometimes it's family, sometimes it's people that are not significant, but we want to hold on. You have to let it go. You don't let it go, you contaminate yourself with an ideation and a belief, and thus your existence is only going to be a cha-cha dance. Oh, I did it now. Oh, I can't. Oh, made a little game weight, and very difficult to change. And that's why many people give up also. So by growing in consciousness, you elevate yourself to being inspired. When you are inspired, you have passion. You have passion. You ever feel that chill that runs through your body? Sometimes we feel that from a negative perspective. Like, well, not necessarily negative, but we feel it from a very emotional, deep kind of wound. Sometimes we're excited, and that chill sort of manifests within us. Try to get to that chill. Next of all, you must believe. Believe, believe, believe. We sit there and watch TV and believe, oh, that's a great program. Wow, that's really wonderful. Oh, wow, I gotta see that again. Believe in yourself much more than the external kind of experiences. Very important, and I hope you don't be shy about this. I remember when I first heard Grayson a couple times, I said, man, this guy is arrogant. Until I grew in consciousness. I don't hope you think I'm arrogant. No way. I'm just speaking the truth of what I've learned, what I've been taught, and how I've sort of evolved myself. That is, you're entitled. You're entitled to that job. You're entitled to that condo. You're entitled to the new wardrobe. You're entitled to find your perfect match. Believe it and know it. After that, faith and conviction. Where's your faith and conviction? Those years I didn't get the contract, I used to go see Grayson. One of the sessions he said, Michael, your faith and conviction is not equivalent of that of what you want. Wow. Wow. I think I wiped the tears away. I was very, very angry. I helped the company in 1990 get the contract. I was a clinical director. I wrote the treatment modality. And so when I didn't get it in 92, I'm angry. I helped them make hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I was angry. Relinquish your anger. You have to let it go. It puts a floodgate on being inspired. So you have to let it go. Next, know your true heritage. You're all emperors, all queens. You're from the highest source. You're always on the throne. Always on the throne. Believe this and know this. It's already innate. It's already within you. Like the key was already in here. I'm running around, calling people. So close to me. It's all so close to us. One of Grayson's quotes, and I think this would be some icing on the cake. According to Dr. G, if you want a better life experience, you have to grow in your awareness of how life works and who you really are and how to direct the creative process. How do you direct it? Inspiration, borderless, without limits. A couple of points in my conclusion. With inspiration, you need to find what you love to do. Find your talents and what you love to do. That's the initial start. Don't do what you don't love doing. All of you are creative, intelligent, and you have an innate talent. The next point, you are the creator. You create by the rules that you decide by. Whatever you've been deciding, you're creating rules. But you need to know that you could create whatever you want to create, regardless of what other people say. As I've mentioned several times, you need to grow in consciousness. Grayson said, it's like a bootstrap operation. You keep working with it over and over again and over and over again. No pit stops. You keep working with this. You are entitled to borderless living. You are entitled to borderless living. You know what? I don't always want to be in Brooklyn. I don't always want to be at my beautiful house in New Jersey. I want to be someplace else. It's borderless and can be created. Whatever you have, be thankful. That's one of the principles of success. Be thankful of what you do have. All of the clients that come to my office, new clients, I always say, thank you for coming to my company. And sometimes they say, we leave it to me. The next point is understand the spiritual laws of the universe and your true heritage, which I talked about. You're always on the throne. You need to know this. You don't have to dilute the situation because of grace-conscious belief. You don't have to dilute it. I tell my clients that come in, regardless of what contract, what price, whatever, I do not decipher the situation because this contract pays less, and I come in and so, oh, I just got to downplay it a little bit. That's all the money I'm getting. No. You can't do that because you're going to pay a price. A price is always paid. The last point, I should say, is believe. You have to believe that you're borderless. You're borderless in abundance, borderless in intellect, you're borderless in whatever you want to do. You are the creator, and you are the inner inspiration, and it's up to you to inspire yourself. And hopefully, sometimes music inspires people, a movie, but you have to work with yourself to be self-contained, that you switch the trigger to create that. It's not based upon external experiences. So, inspiration is borderless, without limits. And you are limitless in your potential to do whatever you want to do. But you need to hit that switch, find that key, and turn it on and start moving. And that is the way it is. Thank you so much.